Hi folks, Thomas Henson here with thomashenson.com, and today is another episode of our Big Data, Big Questions for data engineers, machine learning engineers, anybody that's aspiring to be in the big data realm. This is the show for you to ask your questions, have them answered here, and for us to cover any kind of topics around big data, AI, machine learning, whatever we can find in the technology area. So today's question comes in from a user, so if you'd like to have a question answered, throw them in the comment section here below. Make sure you subscribe so that you never miss when I answer your question or a question that pertains to you. So today's comes in from a YouTube user. It says, it's from Richard. He says, can you make a Udemy or YouTube course on how to become a data engineer? So I've made a couple different courses around that, and I'm going to talk about those, but he's specifically asking around data engineering. So I've been looking around, I haven't found anything besides data science courses. One of the reasons we created this channel, right? I've been working on my job as a market science data analyst, and I realized that maybe that's not the job for me. It's been about a month since I've started, and I've been going like 4 or 5 meetings a day, working solely on Excel and PowerPoint, and this isn't really in for me. Like, I haven't coded, but I feel like I'm forgetting my shit already. So, great question, and totally understand it. You know, sometimes when you come in and you take a role, you know, going to the 4 or 5 meetings a day, I totally understand, and you know, that can be a shell shock and kind of, you know, not something that you've looked at. So let's tackle this a couple different ways. I want to comment. I really appreciate the question coming in, but I want to talk and tackle it a little bit. I understand what you're saying. You know, maybe the role that you went into is not something you're looking at. You're looking to move more into a data engineering role. Once again, that's why I've created this channel. There's not been a lot of attention paid specifically around the data engineer. So your question is, why don't I make a Udemy course or put something on YouTube? So I feel like from the YouTube aspect, I've created a ton of I've created a ton of different content around that, and you know, maybe sometime in the future it makes some sense to kind of put together kind of a certified or some kind of look that, you know, can give us an opportunity to say, hey, you know, these are some of the things that we can go through. I did build a roadmap around some of the courses that I thought were important, or at least the skills. As far as Udemy, I will say, if you've been watching this channel or you follow me anywhere, you understand I'm a Pluralsight. I'm a Pluralsight person. That's been my platform. So I'm an author there. I've got some courses out there. Let me tell you a little bit of reason why I like Pluralsight so much. So before I became a Pluralsight author, I actually had a subscription. So I had a yearly subscription that I bought like on Black Friday, because at the time I was actually a developer. More on the back end for web development, and you know, hadn't even gotten into the big data space. And so I used to, you know, watch John Papa and, you know, a lot of the other authors show some of the things that, you know, kind of taught me and helped me with my job. And I really just, you know, I love that platform. Fast forward to when I jumped in and started getting involved in the big data community. One of the things that I did was that, you know, I started going back and looking at Pluralsight and looking at some of the courses, and we had a few courses out there. Not, you know, there weren't a lot in the area that I was looking at, and you know, one of the first ones that I kind of got involved with is, you know, I was looking for something around pig and pig Latin. We didn't have anything around pig Latin, and so, you know, I was filled out some information, did some requests saying, hey, you know, I'd really like to see a course around pig and pig Latin and some other things. And somebody kind of reached back out to me. They're like, well, why don't you make a course? And I was like, what? Why don't I make a course, right? You know, it's like, no, I'm the student here. Like, no, you've been, you know, developing in pig. Why don't you give it a try? Fast forward, you know, long story short, that was my first course, was in pig Latin. So I've been a Pluralsight author since then, been a Pluralsight fan, and that's just kind of the platform that, you know, I've been comfortable. Not saying that I won't do Udemy or some of the other ones in the future, but Pluralsight's, you know, kind of where I'm at, and I love having the YouTube channel here to be able to interact with people and, you know, get awesome ideas like this. So as far as that, Richard, you know, I think there are tons of courses out there that aren't just data science. I will be biased around the courses. I think Pluralsight is an amazing platform for those courses, and you know, part of it is I'm very biased, right? Those are my courses that are out there around the data engineering, and it's also something that I'm still a learner at Pluralsight too. So not only am I an author, I actually go through it. So that's where I like it. I did want to say, for specifically what you're looking for, I understand losing your coding skills. I mean, it becomes something you have to practice on. And you know, for a while I was on the admin side and wasn't really doing a lot of coding. And here lately I've gotten back into the Python thing. So I will say, if you know, you're curious about some courses, you want to see some from me, go to Pluralsight. You know, just reach out to me. You can go to Big Data, Big Questions, and just send me something, and I can see if I can send you some kind of link or some kind of discount to get you started. They do a free trial, but some of my courses are getting started with HDFS, so teach you how to do some things from the command line there. Obviously, I have the Pig Latin course. Also have some courses around Hortonworks. So just getting started with Hortonworks. So how can I become a Hadoop administrator, data engineer from that perspective? And then I have a second part to that course, which is around the Hortonworks enterprise skills that you need. So talking about, finding a new role, not being really happy in your 4 to 5 meetings. I can't promise that any role that you're going to get after this, you're not going to have meetings, hopefully not 4 or 5 a day, but you never know, right? So hope I answered your question. Make sure you subscribe so you never miss an episode. Share this with your friends, if you're anybody that's looking to get involved in the big data community, and let me know what you think. So until next time, see you.